Hi everyone, Kim Leskvik here from facebook.com/Kim Leskvik Wellness, and I'm coming to you live tonight, Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. for our weekly Happy HiSU LIVECAST. So for those of you that don't know me and are going to be joining me live and watching this video, I'm an essential oil educator and wellness coach, and I'm really passionate about connecting people with wellness tools and helping guide them in finding ways to wake up in their mornings feeling really excited and enthusiastic about what they're about to do and how they can do it by managing their mood with essential oils, as well as other wellness tips that I've learned along the way. And so tonight we are going to be talking specifically about embracing the new. So I was kind of searching for a topic to come on here and share with you guys, and this is a solo episode. Obviously I'm not bringing on a guest here, otherwise I would have announced it previously, but yeah, so it's going to be all about embracing the new, specifically embracing the newness of each day, because that's something that especially this week and even last week I've been really just facing my fears with a new attitude, a new perspective, and a new belief of what the outcome of that fear or of that situation is going to be. So with each new day, we do have, whether we believe it or not, the possibility of so many different outcomes, the possibility of like different opportunities to arise in our lives. We can either have the choice of choosing a fearful belief of what we think is going to happen based on what has happened in the past that has just been a bad experience. We've done this before, it was really bad, and we believe, hi Jenny, and we believe that this fearful event is going to turn out the same way that it did in the past. But I'm here to tell you that when we establish these new beliefs and when we focus on the possibility or the opportunity and the different way we can like communicate within that situation, the different ways we grow and the new person that we can be in different instances, it really allows for that event to shift into a new light. And so basically what I'm getting at here is that I was challenged a couple times within this past week to really get outside of my comfort zone and really do something that I needed to do in order to get a desire or in order to get my next steps in my business and my career. And so I had to really get outside my comfort zone. I had to talk to people. I had to ask difficult questions, and you could sit in that fear of, oh, when I had to do this last time, it turned out really bad and nothing went my way. I wasn't able to speak up for myself and I stumbled over my words. Or you could shift that into what I did and was like, this is a brand new day. Shout out to Abraham Hicks, because shifted everything for me just by watching the YouTube video. But yeah, it's a brand new day, and this hasn't ever happened before. This day hasn't happened before, this situation, like it will within this new day. So really, that was what I went into this situation with, and just a new mindset of it could go really bad, and what's the worst possible outcome that could happen was maybe what happened in the past or even worse. And once you accept that, and once you realize that that's the worst possible outcome, it's easier to be like, okay, well, if I'm willing to accept that, then I'm willing to also see what could happen and what are the possibilities. So this is where we really journal, or we just allow ourselves to go on a walk and dream of all of the possibilities that this situation could bring. Like, what could it bring to us? And really challenge our thinking in that way. So yeah, I wrote down here just like we have to take the time to dream of what other things could happen and what we really would love to happen, and get in that mindset of shifting that, because when we really dream it, then we can feel it, and then we can visualize it happening before we are put in that situation. So literally, like, I visualized the outcome of it going well, of me speaking clearly, of me just knowing what I was about to say. And obviously, like, that was the result, because I put so much energy and shifted my vibration to be so high that that's what I attracted. It's literally the law of attraction. I'm learning more and more about this, but every time I focus in on the law of attraction and what it really, when I really follow the steps of what it says, it really does work, and it really does bring those, like, vibrations into your life of what you're putting out there. So again, this kind of reminded me of a quote that I've been taught through the last, like, 2 years, and just as I'm on the soul discovery journey of being more aware. Some of you might know, as you start to journal and just really dig deep into your self-healing and what it is you need to address in the past that's still bothering you today, you might start to wake up and you might notice your relationships. You might notice just being outside and noticing how you feel towards certain things, or how you want to, like, talk to another person. So it's just all about awareness, and which brings me back to that quote of you only know what you know. And this was a quote that honestly helped me so much from, like, a growth standpoint. As I was growing, I had to learn that others were on their own path and that they're on their own journey too. So, but also it gave me grace within myself too, that I only, like, sometimes I could be impatient of, well, why did I fear that so long ago, and why has it taken me this long? And you can just kind of get fed up in those thoughts of kind of self-sabotage. But really, you have to just realize you only know what you know, and in order to grow and stepping outside your comfort zone is the only way you're gonna really shift what you know and grow that knowledge. So I hope that kind of makes sense. I know I repeated you only know what you know a lot, but which leads me to this next point about kind of when the new year started. We had a lot of talk about new year, new you. Okay, so I don't know, I kind of went back and forth between being like, well, that's kind of cliche, like, are you really a new you, and you're the same person? And so I've kind of listened to both sides of people and all perspectives, and really I've just kind of, something came to me today where I was like, new year, new you. Like, every single day requires a new you and a new way of doing things, and what's the same is your truth. So who you are as your soul and what makes you unique and your authenticity is true. But you do every year, I believe that we are all called to step into something new, even each day, that we are required to, I don't know, talk to someone new on the street, or we're challenged to open the door for someone new. So I think it's just all about awareness, like I said, and the willingness to step into that new and step outside our comfort zones. But sometimes also the universe pushes us in the direction that we need, whether we want to be new or we want to grow. And sometimes those can be really tough hardships in our lives, and, like, really big troubles that we have to go through, which sucks. But I think that that's the point of life, is to grow and to expand and to be everything we were meant to be. And so, like I said, that truth and who we are as people, who we are as souls, that's what's true, and that's what will stay. But it's all about creating the new. The new comes from, like, how we realign each day. So how we get to that truth, how we get to our higher self, how we get to awareness, is finding new ways to realign that really feel good to us, that really light us up, and that keep us in the flow of expanding and growing. So yeah, one of my other like favorite little sayings or quotes, whatever, is from Yoga with Adriene. She says, it's like on her shirt, and I think it's like she has it like trademarked or whatever, but it's find what feels good. And this like really stuck with me after doing some of like her in-home yoga practices, and check her out if you haven't, she's awesome. But really it's just about finding what feels good, and that's really why I started yoga in the first place. I went to my universities, had like some of these fun classes that I could take as an elective, and I was kind of like, I've always wanted to try yoga. I always felt that I wasn't going to be good at it for some reason, again, limiting belief, but I decided to go for it, and because it felt fun, it felt good, and that's when like literally the seeds were planted for me being a wellness advocate for essential oils, also just coaching people, doing my own yoga practice, and just really diving into being my own guru. So it's really, that all just felt good to me and natural, and the more you become aware of what feels good, and the more you like choose those things, the more you will feel new, and the more you will grow, and the more you will expand. So I hope that kind of makes sense. I also have been told to find like what feels good in my business, and find what feels good for my mentor, Alicia Leadham. She has just really, we've grown a lot together as like a team, but also that's one thing that we're really excited about, is that we're at a place where we just want to feel good in everything we do. We want to serve people, we want to help, and if it doesn't feel good, then why like waste our time on it, you know? And the more we found that we're doing this, and the more we're allowing ourselves to be true, but also finding new ways to be that truth, that are fun and that are easy, the more success we're having, and the more people that are joining us, our community, and just vibing with us. So I think that's honestly the key to life. No, I'm kidding. What did Jenny say? Oh my God, did yoga with her this morning. That's so funny. Yeah, she's kind of goofy, but I love that she's kind of just like, do this pose, but also like turn it to what you want it to be. Like I did, it was her True series, like the 30-day ones are really fun for me because it kind of keeps me accountable to keep a practice going since I don't go to a studio. But yeah, the last day of her challenges are usually like freestyle, which I'm kind of a person that likes instruction. I like, I don't know, to just be told kind of what to do sometimes. And so the last flow was actually just do what you want and do what feels good. And occasionally I would look to the video, but I would be like, it really helps us to tune into what feels good to us. And so again, bringing out that authenticity, bringing out that truth, but also what might feel good, like hip-wise today, like felt really good to me yesterday, but I needed to go on a run today. So it's just really all about awareness, like I said. Wait. You're just typing random things in the comments, Jenny. Yeah, so that's basically all I got. I felt like I didn't really have a topic to come on here and talk about today because I've really loved like interviewing people. So if you have any specific questions that you really would love to just like talk about, feel free to like DM me. Also, if you're interested in coming on and doing a live video interview, I would love to kind of connect with people, meet new people, like-minded wellness enthusiasts. So spread the word about this little live cast. But really, yeah, I didn't know what to come on here live, but obviously I went for a run, I meditated, and asked for guidance, and of course it came, and I hope it resonated with someone. I know Jenny's on here live, so I know it helped you a little bit. But yeah, just embrace the new. And it's funny because I'm literally staring at this card on my, hi Tanner. I'm staring at this card on my little like vision board up here, and it like the word embrace is right there. And then also my word for 2018 is embrace. So the signs are there, my guidance was there, and I think it helped. So thanks for tuning in live. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week. And again, yeah, March is right around the corner, so I'll be looking into some people to hop on this live cast, and we'll see what topics come up. Thanks for joining again. Have a great night, Jenny. Bye, guys.